Welcome, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode. Wait, another live. I'm your host, Shamar,
I'm Rush.
and this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting, and riveting sports topics, discussions, and debates on the internet.
Yes, people. But today on this live, a lot has been happening in Jamaican football. A lot that we haven't given our opinions on yet. So we just gonna do one live and cover all bases.
Yeah.
Feel like we can do that today. Alright, so as the people rope in, as you join the stream, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Get the thing into the algorithm real quick. Leave a comment. Just say like the channel real quick.
You can't spell algorithm.
Eh?
You can't spell algorithm.
Spell it like how you ask me.
Now ask you if you can
spell it like how you ask me.
Anyways, people. We'll kick it right.
Yeah.
First topic. Oh yeah.
All right, so the first topic we're going to touch on is Junior Flemmings. Toulouse in the second division of French football won League 2, and they're promoted. They're being promoted to League 1.
And the one in French.
Remember no? French in a six. You know the thing, bro. Remember good no man. Anyways, so yeah, they will be competing against the likes of PSG, Monaco, Lille, all those teams. And we're going to talk about Junior Flemmings' inclusion in that squad. He got us winter transfer it was.
Yeah.
Let's talk about his half a season so far in France. So yeah, I know that initially he was playing with the second team. Right? He was playing with the second team. We did a live. I'm not sure if it was our channel or Ryan LFC's channel, and we were talking about that. I can say the reactions to that wasn't very pretty, but somehow he managed to work himself into the match day 18 for 4 games in a row. So that's not bad. But the initial move and being playing with and he was playing with the B team. What do you think about that? And why did that happen?
Well, I'm not sure what it was that the team signed him. Well, I guess he's a player who, when he plays in the USL, he dominates the USL. Like Junior Flemmings has to be one of the best USL players of this generation. He's always scoring plenty of goals. He's always doing a lot of good stuff in the USL. Obviously, a French team saw him and they decided to take the gamble for many reasons. Many reasons could attribute to why he wasn't in the first team to begin with. It could be climate, it could be just him not adapting, it could be him not being up to the standard to that point, and they had to personally develop him. Whatever the reason may be, I'm not sure. I'm not the person who's picking the squad, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm very well educated on the happenings of Toulouse in League 2, because you get me, I say I'm ignorant to that particular league. I'm ignorant to the happenings within that situation. However, the fact that he managed to work himself into the matchday squad is really what's significant and what we should focus on. But what do you think attributed to him not?
Personally, my feeling is that was just not up to the speed of the game in France, maybe. If I had to bet on something, I'd bet on that. I don't think it's quality. We know that, talent there's no shortage of talent in Jamaica. So I don't think talent was the issue. I think maybe it takes some time to adapt when you change league, especially going from America, not even America, going from second division in America to second division in France. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
A big jump. So I think it's just that he struggled with the adjustment. But for the last 4 or 5 weeks, Junior Flemmings has been in the matchday squad, featuring 2 times. He came on, I think today or yesterday, and in the 89th minute. I think last week he played, about 18 or 20 minutes. So not bad.
Yeah. And going forward, he's going to be a League 1 player. He's going to be playing against the likes of Kylian Mbappe. Well, we're not sure Mbappe a good yet. Still. The likes of Lionel. Well, we're not sure Messi still. But at least we know he's going to be rubbing shoulders with Neymar and doing around so on and so forth. So
you think so though? You really think he'll be a part of the squad? Be a part of the Toulouse squad?
Well, as I said, I'm not very familiar with the inner workings of the club. However, we saw that at the tail end of the season, he managed to work his way into the matchday squad and managing to get time on the field. So, in my opinion, that indicates that they have a plan for him in the future. You know,
Yeah.
however, promotion money, they might bolster the team and get a few additions, which would then just bump him right back out of the squad. So I think him playing in the league is predicated on how he develops this summer and how hard he works. You know, do I
Yeah.
think that Junior Fleming is a league quality player? I don't know. I'm not going to just be like, oh, I'm a Jamaican, so he definitely is, right? You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to act like I'm the biggest Junior Fleming fan. However, if he works hard, hopefully it can pay off.
Yeah, and I think that would be good for Jamaican football to have um a born and bred Jamaican footballer in the first division of French football, then to have a born Jamaican in the first division of English football, to have a born Jamaican in the first division of Russian football, like it would be so good, and that would be exciting for the country, getting our names on the map again in French football. So I really want to see that. I really, really hope, bro. I really hope Junior Flemmings take the next step. Right now he's what, mid-20s, supposed to be in his prime. So I'm hoping that there's another step to take, even though it's a little bit late to be taking steps. But I hope he can really take that step and be, let's say, a squad player in the first
Yeah.
division of French football. Yeah, farmer. All right, so
As me I say still, I don't really like them. Huh?
we have a question, real quick.
Ask it now.
Junior Flemmings make it 23 for
Nations League? No.
Yeah. No?
Mm-mm.
You think him make a 30 training camp?
Yeah.
Think he make a 30?
Yeah, I think he make a pool at 30, but he don't make my 23.
Yeah, it would be hard to squeeze him in the 23, but yeah. Best wishes goes out to Junior Flemmings. I really hope he can dominate. Well, let's not say dominate, but be a part.
Yeah. Hope him can, break his way into match day 11 sometimes. You know, you want to see him bring you want to see him continue to carry the flag. I never go and pick with you. I don't care if he's a Jamaican quote unquote born and bred player. Because next year, and this is a good segue, we'll be having more Jamaican players in the Premier League, regardless of where they were born and bred.
No, what I'm saying is, I want people to be able to look to Jamaica, directly to Jamaica. Yeah, I say so. Having people that were developed in Jamaica playing in the top tier of football.
It's a good indication that our football is going places and doing that. I agree with you.
All right, so
Perfect segue.
More people communicate with us though. Before we even make the next jump, more people communicate. Tell us what you think. Junior Flemmings made his way into the matchday squad for the last 4 games of the league this season, 4 to lose. Let us know what you think about that. And next thing we want to talk about, where I got England now?
Yeah. Can we talk about players? So next season apparently we book a league on spot.
Yeah.
And we book another Premier League spot, or another few Premier League spots with the likes of Bobby the Cordova Reed winning the championship. And he played an integral role in the season so far. What we have to say about Bobby Reed, and what are Bobby Reed's prospects as it relates to the national team, especially for the upcoming summer?
I like Bobby Reed as a player. I think Bobby Reed should be a part of this Jamaican squad going forward. In the Premier League, though, I've seen what Bobby Reed can do in the Premier League. He's a Premier League player. He's good enough to be, a prominent figure in a, let's say, middle to lower league team in the first division of football in England. So Bobby Reed has nothing more to prove for me, bro. If Bobby Reed is available, I think he makes a Jamaican 23. Yeah. Especially the way that we want to play now. I think Bobby Reed would thrive in the system that Paul Hall wants.
For sure.
So Bobby Reed makes my Nations League squad. What say you?
Bobby Reed definitely makes my Nations League squad. And before we move on past, we talk about all the national players. We can spitball at 23 real quick, like over here. I'm thinking that's something the people would want to hear and interact with us with, seeing that you brought it up. But yeah, I do think Bobby Reed can make a 23-man squad.
Yeah, the last game though, that Michael Hector played in the last game. Waiting about that. I know that last year you've been calling for an inclusion of Michael Hector again, just to see where him have for offer.
It's not last year, and it's not just to see him have for offer. Like Yo, look at who we have been playing in the center of our midfield. I'm not asking if Michael Hector is better than Devon Williams.
Yeah.
My apologies to Speedy fans. And
No apologies, fam.
listen, no apologies. Yes, I'm not asking if I'd rather Michael Hector in that position. I don't know if Cataract is here now. Big up Cataract if you watch. I'd rather Michael Hector in that position than Anthony Grant, even though Anthony Grant has been a solid servant to the country. There are many, many, many spots that I would have Michael Hector fill within this national team. I really do believe that Michael Hector in any 23-man Jamaican squad should be a part of it for sure.
You know where I'd like to see a Michael Hector in a back three. I think Michael Hector. You see that role that King got, where he was playing in the back three and he
Yeah,
stepped
yeah,
into the field.
yeah. I think Michael Hector is who Richard King can be
Yeah. So where's Michael Hector for your 23 again?
for sure.
All right. So that's 2 Jamaican players in the Premier League so far.
Yeah, bro. That two Jamaican in the Premier League could have. I mean, what am I saying? 2 Jamaican players in addition to the ones that we already have.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it misinterpreted.
Yeah.
We still have. Yeah. So for sure.
So quick comment from KY. It should have been Anthony Grant and Hector. That wouldn't be bad if we. I think that would be better.
Well,
I think that would be better.
we use Grant and Javon Watson.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why couldn't it be Grant and Michael Hector? Right, for sure. But I do believe that Grant and Michael Hector might be a bit too negative considering the talent that we do have.
Mm-hmm.
But the likes of a Kevin Stewart playing beside of a Michael Hector.
I like the sound of that.
Both behind of a Ravel Morrison.
Oh,
yeah, and then we were about to touch on Low. That's the third one.
Yeah.
And very, very good player. It baffled me how little he has played since making his debut.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think he should have been a mainstay in this squad after playing against USA and scoring that goal. And I'm like, yo, the youth have something. And every single time I see Jamal Lowe play, I'm like, yo, this is a very talented baller, a good wing, a good pace, good strength, good technical ability. Why isn't he a mainstay in the program? Why is Junior Flemming being called and Javon East being called and Jamal Lowe is not being called? That's something that I've always had to question every single time he has been omitted from a 23. So, yeah, for sure. Keep the Jamaicans piling up in the Premier League, bro. You love to see it.
Man, I agree with that. We've seen a lot of people being called, and maybe it's an easy option. People closer and JFF worrying about other things other than just getting the best Jamaicans out there.
Maybe.
And again, if we're picking 23 of the best, not even of the best, the 23 best Jamaican players,
or the 22 players who would best suit a Jamaican system.
A Jamaican
23 forward.
Yeah.
But I think of the forwards available, Jamal Lowe
should be in there.
Exactly.
I agree. I think you make a count wrong though, bro. I think of 5 Jamaicans you're having in the Premier League, no?
No, I mean in addition to the ones yeah, 3 new ones. 3 new ones being added to what we already have there,
For sure.
Greetings everybody. 25 people here. Thank you everybody for joining us on this lovely Sunday night. For a reason about some football. Please hit the like button. You get me? I say, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to us. We're covering Reggae Boys, but that's just the tip of the iceberg as it relates to what we're going to cover for the rest of the program. The next Jamaican that is done in up Europe, bro.
Yeah, I'll stick for England a little bit.
All right.
All right. So, I could talk about Liam Bailey real quick, bro. What is going on with Liam Bailey? Yeah, he's having a rough time in England, man.
Yeah.
On the football side of things.
Yeah, on the football side of things, we don't know about any other side of things,
Mm-hmm.
We're not tabloids. But as it relates to football, it seems like every single time he gets a foot on the ground, something unfortunate just happens.
Yeah.
And bro, does that have to do with him training? Does it have to do with you get me? I said? Yeah, we can talk, but we can talk about relegation in regards to Rafael for real. I really don't think Rafael will be playing in League One, but we can talk about that after Leon Bailey.
All right? Yeah. Man say, man, Len say, man injured again. Yeah, Liam Bailey is injured again.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big one this time. Gerard says it's not a big one. But again, man, but I'm wondering what is the cause of this, because that's where your mind is going to go. You're saying the training, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the demands of English football. I can't say it's the weather. England is not a warm place. Belgium is not a warm place.
Yeah,
So
and Germany is not a warm place either. They are all in
yes,
the same climatic region.
there we go. So I have to say it's just the demand of English football. Yeah, we've often heard the game is just faster. The guys are stronger. The tackles maybe a little bit harder. I have to say that. I have to say that, and it's been some. Why you might be right though. Some of the time it's been some muscle injuries, so it could be. It
Yeah,
could
bro.
be.
As I'm saying, bro, could it be self-care? Could it be not training hard enough? You get me? I said there are
Yeah,
myriad of factors that can contribute to one being quote unquote injury prone. Not that I want to cast that title on the baller, because that's the furthest thing we want from Liam Bailey, to be dubbed as an injury prone player. However, that is the stigma that is beginning to attach itself to him, and it's
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah. Now, and even in his time in Germany, it wasn't any big injuries, but he'll have some injuries every now and then where you miss a couple games here, miss a couple of games there. But you can tell Liam Bailey played he played in 18 games so far. So let's say he played
Yeah.
half of the Premier League season. He started maybe half of that, or a little bit less than half of that. So yeah, I want to see more. And he was finding his feet a little bit. His form dropped when he came to England. He was burning out of a good season in Germany.
Yeah, no, but even his first 3 games in the Premier League, bro, those were
Was exactly
good
impressive.
games. And then he got
Impressive.
hurt.
Yeah,
And after coming back from the first injury, he looked like a shell of himself.
yeah.
You know?
And that's just form. That's just form, bro. That's how it works. You're hot and then you're out for a couple weeks to a couple months, and then you come back and you just have to find your feet again. In the last game, I think Liam Bailey was playing very good. His
Yeah,
touches.
he was looking good, almost scored a goal and then bam, hurt just like that, done again.
And Xavier is it Xavier Wilkie?
Hmm.
That's the promising thing now. So he got a tackle, and that's where the injury came from. I don't mind those injuries because at least we know it's an impact injury, it's not a muscle injury. So he should be back pretty soon. And I like again, Gerard said he should be back pretty soon. So let's see. I don't think this one has anything to do with Setchine or anything. It's just an unfortunate injury.
As I said, bro, the better condition you are in, the better you resist hits and impact, so on
True,
and so
true,
forth.
true, true.
Somebody said, Len said, man, agent here. We're not, as I'm saying, I don't know anything about the player. I'm not there with him to know what he is or isn't doing. To my knowledge, Liam Bailey is a hard-working individual. Matter of fact, people don't get this good without working hard.
That's a
So I'm
fact.
not so I'm not going to say he's not a hard-working player. However, things happen. You get me? I say complacency can set in. He can be afraid of re-aggravating himself and as such not pushing himself hard enough.
Yeah.
And then because of this, no, you get me? I say you end up hurting yourself. So there are myriad of factors. I'm not questioning the player's dedication or willingness to work hard. However, when it comes to a person being injured so frequently, you have to ask certain questions.
Yeah, we're just asking the questions and we're trying to make sense of it. But
Yeah,
don't
for
get it
sure.
wrong, people. We now say Liam Bailey is not a hard worker. We now question his ethic. Because as Joe Mara said, you don't make it this far. You don't make it to the number one football league in the world without working hard. That's not how football works. That's not how sports work. So we now say that and don't get it twisted. The agent forward, if the agent, we'd love the agent to come right now so we can
Don't
ask
get it twisted and misconstrued. We don't want the news go and come. You get me? I say, 'cause that's been a theme.
But wouldn't we welcome the agent and ask him these questions?
No, but Mr. Butler is always welcome on our channel, and the people know that.
There we
So,
go.
who knows?
right.
Who knows what the evening might bring?
Yeah. Where you want to go with it now? You want to go Russia?
Yeah, bro. Let's go to Russia.
All right,
Let's
Russia.
go to
Shamar
Russia.
Nicholson dominating. Being what I would say a top class. I won't necessarily go world classes, but a top class striker
Bro,
in Europe.
is Shamar Nicholson Jamaica's best number 9?
I'd still say I'd still say Mikel Antonio.
Well, such man just scored a goal very recently, you know.
Yeah. I'd say
He's
Mikel Antonio
finally scoring a goal after so long. You know, it was well needed.
after a while,
But,
yeah.
but
I'd still say Mikel Antonio by this much.
still do.
Yeah, I still say Mikel Antonio by that much.
People want to think, is Shamar Nicholson the best Jamaican number 9? Is Shamar Nicholson the best reggae boy number 9?
Bro, but if we're going to ceiling do, you know, if we're going to potential, you know, I'd say Shamar Nicholson have a higher ceiling than...
No, man, for sure. Like, Mikel Antonio isn't getting any better. Mikel Antonio is where he is. Shamar Nicholson is getting better every single day. Shamar Nicholson is getting better every single day. He's still growing. He's still improving. But Nations League is in 6 weeks, Rush.
Who leads the line?
Yeah. Who is our number 9 up top? Because apparently we're playing with a 5-4-1, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where we have 2 wingers and a forward. So who is the person who leads the line in the nation?
That one would be hard, bro.
Somebody said SMH madness.
Madness to what?
As it relates to what? Because this or that sports TV we don't really too talk madness, you know, bro.
Yeah,
maybe, just maybe he might be addressing somebody in the comment section, you know? Because it can't be directed at us. Can Bowser even leave to come? There we
that
go.
would be something we have to check out. I'm pretty sure you can leave. Going back would probably be the issue. But yeah.
But boy, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Quick stats, bro. Quick stats.
Talk to me.
All right. So Shamar Nicholson, we're gonna talk about Belgium and Russia. So overall, he played 30 games.
Yeah.
He started 24, scored 21 goals in all competitions, 6 assists. That's what 27 goal contributions in 24 starts. That is crazy, fam. That is all right, per game. That's a lot more than a lot of the top strikers that people talk about.
Of course.
That's almost a goal contribution per game. That's 27 goal contributions to 30 games.
Yeah,
that is bonkers, fam.
And people are going to, of course, make the quote unquote league quality of league argument. But Belgium and Russia are two good leagues in Europe, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and Shamar Nicholson is doing his thing and he's making his money and he's making us proud. Somebody made the point that will he be able to come and play? I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. It's about time Shamar Nicholson is back in the 23.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, let's just say Andre Gray should not be wearing number 11 for Jamaica.
Yeah. I think that Andre Gray spot now is surely Shamar Nicholson's spot.
No, wait, stop. Andre Gray Shamar Nicholson always have a spot.
I mean, no, we can X out Andre Gray now, like picking our 23. Because we're going to go 23. I feel like Andre Gray now going to be up for consideration.
All right, so him say we are talking madness because we say Bowser, because we say Antonio and Shamar Nicholson are contemporaries.
Well, man, that's our opinion. Where you think? How far off you think that is? Because I think if Mikel Antonio was in Russia, he'd score 20. Like, what do you think?
Bro, Mikel Antonio is not that much better than Shamar Nicholson, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's close.
Yeah, so I don't know what he must say. The disparity is not that vast. And in fact, Premier League teams were interested in Shamar Nicholson. But as you know, the technical issues as it relates to transferring in teams who aren't national team players who aren't that good into top leagues in England. Because there was Premier League interest in Shamar Nicholson.
Yeah.
And then how many goals has Mikel Antonio scored? You don't think the goal input that Mikel Antonio had throughout the whole season, Shamar Nicholson couldn't have contributed somewhere close to that in the Premier League? I definitely do believe that he could, bro. I can see Shamar Nicholson scoring 10 Premier League goals, fam.
Yeah, I can see it.
Getting 20 starts, scoring 10 goals.
I have Antonio score more than 10. And I think Shamar Nicholson is that level. Like, if Shamar Nicholson was in the championship, he would be scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Even though Ivan Toney is like the creme de la creme of championship football. But regardless, I feel like that's the level.
As I said, there was Premier League interest. Big up man like Ryan LFC. Enough respect. I always love when Ryan and those people, if you know Ryan, I always show respect to man like Ryan. You get me as a Ryan Sewe as a little pip squeak and help you grow to the level.
Yeah.
To the level that we are now. So enough respect, Ryan. If you want to join the Ryan, we shut the link, bro.
Don't be a stranger for him.
Come talk to the people, then you get me, I said.
And we'll talk about it.
Ryan, come talk to the people, Ryan, and make them like up the stream, Ryan. Rush me kind of dip on the soft side, so we don't really want to bad them up. You get me, so Ryan, come on,
I'm not pushing no badness. Yeah, I'm not really living on the badness thing. People, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah. Not go fire boy. But yeah, Shamar Nicholson send the link.
Ryan to send him the link. Yeah, my girl.
Because I feel about we are talking about it, man. Yeah, Shamar Nicholson. I know Ryan is a big champion of Shamar Nicholson, so I like to hear some insight from that and what him think. Because personally, bro, Mikel Antonio is a very good striker. And the stats of Mikel Antonio have 9 goals and 7 assists. That's 16 goal contributions to the Premier League. That is good.
Ryan, we'll send the link here, bro. But yeah, as top ranking, I'm by no means saying, Shamar Nicholson has surpassed Mikel Antonio. No. Mikel Antonio is still a very good Premier League forward.
Yeah.
However, I'm saying Shamar Nicholson is definitely of that same ilk. Yeah. Do you think I'm wrong to say that?
I don't think he's quite there yet. As I said, Antonio is ahead of him, but not by a lot.
That's look here, Ryan, I said, bro.
How would that?
Brother, I have shown you the respect, brother. Although I'm there look party still, bro. What do I go out with? Shamar Nicholson, best Jamaican striker, brother. No, nobody tell me nothing. Better than Mikel Antonio.
That's a big one. Ryan, first of all, when are the cup, Ryan?
Yeah?
When are the cup?
Half time. 1 minute, 1 minute.
When are the cup?
Tell him.
JB in a cup, man. JB orange juice in a cup.
All right.
All right. So,
big up yourself, though.
Come on, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. One love.
Right. Respect.
I've seen sports.
This or that sports, man.
This or that, yeah.
You know them?
Yeah, man. I know them, man. I sub to man. I don't know him.
Big up yourself.
With our party, brother. So we catch up with them. See?
I leave it up there. Enough respect.
So Ryan says straight up, Shamar Nicholson are the best Jamaican striker. I think that's more of emotions. I think that's more heart than head.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say that, bro. But as I said, all right. So words have meaning. You can't use the word same then. I don't necessarily understand.
You're saying you said that.
I'm saying they're of the same ilk. So for example, I would say for the longest while, Messi and Ronaldo were of the same ilk. However, it has been clear that Messi is better than Ronaldo. You get what I'm trying to say? However, they are of similar ilk. Let's go as far as to say the KDBs, the Neymars, the Mbappes, the Lewandowskis. They're of the same ilk, but somebody is better than somebody. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm not saying Shamar Nicholson is better than Mikel Antonio. However, I'm saying they are comparable. The disparity between them both is not as vast as top ranking would have you think. That's just what I'm saying, bro. I think Shamar Nicholson can be a good Premier League forward.
I agree. And I think we were talking about it when this happened. I'm not sure if we were on YouTube yet, but we were saying that we think he should make the jump to
I was saying the championship. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Could have made it to one of those top Champion League championship teams and say get promoted there in the Premier League now. Let's see what you have. But yeah, this is an interesting comment and kind of agree with it. So Giovanni said, as Boza score against the bottom 6 Russian clubs, he's the best. Just appreciate him and Antonio. It's not impossible to start them both. Antonio plays off-ball regularly. No, this is the part where I agree. The second part. The first part, all right, fine. Him being the best is all opinion at this point. But playing them together is something interesting, bro. They're no slouch, both. They're both no slouch. So I'm pretty sure Antonio could play off him. You know, Shamar Nicholson link-up play is very good.
Yeah, however, based on what I saw from Paul Hall, and something that I would love to see in the Jamaican setup is consistency. Correct? And he attempted to use skillful, I would say half forwards,
Yeah.
winger slash
Yeah.
attacking midfielders in a sense. And I think Leon Bailey is most definitely, assuredly one of the two. And then you have the likes of
I said Bobby Reed for that
yeah,
next.
you have the
Next
likes
one.
of a Bobby
That's what
Reed
I said.
or a Jamal Lowe is there.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think based on how Paul Hall has the boys lining up, and I really did like how good they looked. Set aside Canada. Let's forget all about Canada, right? Besides the Canada game, I really like the system that they played in. I mean, the last two windows that Paul Hall had control over them. So I don't necessarily see both of them working together in tandem based on the system. However, you switch it to a 4-4-2 and easily you have one playing off the other and it works seamlessly. Understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think we could do that based on opponent. But if you look on the team that we played in the last couple of games, we were looking for that next half forward. We were really looking for it.
Yeah, because the Daniel Green and the Nicholson, so on and so forth.
It didn't happen. So who knows? Mikel Antonio has been a winger in his multi-position career.
Yeah, he start from wing back, innit?
Yeah, so who knows? But obviously you'd like to have a player that's naturally playing in that position right now.
Yeah, and as I said, Bobby Reed is the prototypical half forward. Because Bobby Reed has experience at the center attacking midfield as well as he has experience rubbing the lines. And Bobby Reed has number 9 experience too. So Bobby Reed is the perfect player to fit in that position. You get me, I said?
Yeah,
all right, so top ranking said Bobby Reed, I just can't see what he brings to the Jamaican national team. You remember that goal that he scored in the Gold Cup, bro?
Right, one of the volley.
If I'm not mistaken, it was awarded the goal of the competition.
Yeah. No, I say one off the volley.
Oh, yeah, one off of the volley, yeah. The goal of the competition. And Bobby Reed is an individual who has the ability to provide those type of moments, the snap of a finger.
Yeah.
The reason why Bobby Reed looked like wet bread, as people would say, was because if people go and watch our debate versus OTB, where we spoke about the reasons why Theodore Whitmore has done more harm than good to Jamaican football, Bobby Reed is a 5'7", 120-pound football player, right? Who is very skillful. However, he's very, very skillful. However, he's not strong. He's not powerful. The young man said he's not good in the air. When the ball is played to Bobby Reed at his foot, he has the ability to make a better impact than when there are long balls being darted at him from Andre Blake and Damian Lowe for him to control the ball with a central midfielder or a right back or a centre back in his back at every single time. He's going to look pathetic as compared to Mikel Antonio, right? And Mikel Antonio, who is a monster. When him have the defender them parking a theme back, a Walker Zimmerman or a Brooks, right?
Yeah.
Them not get around him. So him get to show his class. I think if Bobby Reed had played in that Nicholas Nelson role or that Daniel Green role that we saw more recently, where the ball is being played at his foot and he's being encouraged to take a man. You get me? I say, cut in, make plays. Because Bobby Reed has shown moments where he's very creative. He has the ability to make plays. I just think he was underutilized and not given enough time, and his ability is not maximized to get the best out of him. And I think with Paul Hall we might see a different situation. So I don't half for it, but I think it's Bobby Reed's for the taking if he plays for it, because nothing's a given in this Jamaica.
Yeah, but and people, what you have to understand is the way Jamaica was playing prior to Paul Hall, it was not conducive to
Leon
Bailey and Bobby Reed's football.
Yeah,
you can't have short running players and try to give them the ball in the air. It's not going to work. But then you see moments when they get the ball. I don't know if you remember. We're in the stadium for this game. I think when Bobby Reed picked up the ball, cut in, squared it, Andre Gray goal. I don't know if you remember that goal.
Yeah.
Bobby Reed squared it from the edge of the box. These are the things that Bobby Reed can do. And we know it. And they're questioning what Bobby Reed brings to the Jamaican football. I'm not talking about what he has done in a black, green, and gold so far.
Yeah.
Have you watched Bobby Reid in the Premier League and in the Championship? He's a good player. He's
We've
definitely
seen,
better than Daniel Green.
as in, let's not even make those types of comparisons.
But we have to give them perspective, bro. So sometimes when I say a man is the best thing in the world, but look at what we have, and then look at the player that we're talking about.
Especially in the way that Paul Hall wants to play. Because one thing I believe that is affecting Jamaica's football is continuity, fam. Yeah. And if Paul Hall has established a system and the players look as though they are playing well in this system, you know, it provides, like with the 3 or 5 at the back, you know, holding midfielders, Ravel taking more control of the football game, Leon Bailey getting more of a free role. With that system of play, I think it maximizes our individual talents to the best that they can be used. You hear me, I say? Yeah. So if Bobby Reid is injected in that system, I think it will look better. And I really do think that Daniel Green, Nicholas Nelson spot is Bobby Reid's for the taking. However, people would say Mikel Antonio could probably do a shifting. It probably wouldn't look as how you'd expect the role to look, but Mikel Antonio is a very versatile player, bro. So I wouldn't argue with that.
Some would argue Kemar Roof. I think he got that injured the other day, but some people would argue Kemar Roof in that spot. I see you're not amused. But yeah, we have to talk over the people that say we can't give an opinion on it. But tell the people that say we'll see Kemar Roof try to play a supporting striker role already. We see him try to play a 10 in a top system. We'll see it. So what do you think? Could the same defense that we just made on behalf of Bobby Reid, could it be used to defend Kemar Roof as well? I don't know if I use it word for word, but parts of it for sure. Definitely better than what we have, but again, Bobby Reid, I think that's Bobby Reid's spot. So Spade XG music. Let me see what I say. We need team chemistry. The different squad every time Jamaica has a game is ridiculous.
Yeah, as I said, continuity is the key, bro. Not only do we need the same set of players playing, but we also need them to be playing in the same way that the coach wants them to play. We want to see consistent football in every facet of the game. All right, so 1-1. We played well against the Honduran under 21 and Costa Rica over 60s. In every other game, we're absolutely terrible on the hard. So we played Costa Rica, we played Honduras, we played Canada. Who else did we play? Well, were those the only 3 games? We played Mexico. We played Panama. And so it was just Mexico, Panama. There's one more. Costa Rica. Honduras, Canada. Yeah. Okay. That's not a bad point.
We're offering a lot of them, you know. Don't get me wrong.
That's not a bad point because the Panama game, I don't know what we got on the field to do. In the Mexico game, we looked last out there. We really deserved that result. Obviously, we could have gotten the 3 points from that result. However, the result that it ended in the 2-1, we definitely deserved it. So that's not a bad point.
Yeah, but I don't think we're here saying that Jamaica played great.
Yeah, we played against El Salvador. We're putting a good shift against El Salvador. So 1-1, they missed one, bro. Yeah. You can't leave that one.
What may I say, bro? I'm not saying that we played great every game under Paul Hall. What I'm saying, we saw moments and we know how Paul Hall is trying to play. It would not mean 2 games. It would not mean 4 training sessions. We know that never happened. We never even have a proper camp. So we're not going to go each game and say, oh, this was awful. Sacking. No. I see moments, I see promise. So I feel like we can work with. We're not going to have a Paul Hall conversation right now, bro. That's a conversation now.
Even in the Peru game, sorry, even though you know what, the Peru game we played well until we started
the first half was good.
Our local based players. So I'm not even going to take the Peru result for anything. Paul Hall, I like the system that he's trying to incorporate. Continuity is what is going to make it look good against bigger teams. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. So what's next on the agenda? People, give me the 2 cents. Are those all the ballers that we need to cover?
Obviously, after we run through the topics that we have, we can freestyle. But let's get through the topics. Those are all the footballers that we wanted to talk about. Next topic up He's been playing. What the hell is going on?
But before we move on, we never did say we have a spitball at 23 real quick.
Yeah, we can do it in a freestyle, or you want to do it now?
I like the way I move off of the reggae boys. We can talk about it. A quick 23 people. Off the top of the dome. This or that Sports TV, quick 23. People tell you what you think. Coverage, we have a minute.
You want to go first? I'll go first.
3 goalkeepers.
3 goalkeepers. I say Andre Blake, Amal Knight, Dylan Barnes.
Andre Blake, Amal Knight, Dylan Barnes. I think that is what it is.
Yeah.
Mary said them have a good under 20 goalkeeper. 6'5" and my dream team.
Right.
So, probably give him a bus in the Nations League. I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
Bringing a young goalkeeper. All right. Defenders.
So your 2 left back them. Who you that go now?
2 left backs. Bro. Shamar Lawrence officially.
I haven't seen an official statement. No. I haven't seen it. Not that I'm saying that.
Definitely not Jaden White. Yeah. All right. So somebody said, no guys have a new 19-year-old. Is that a goalkeeper? Tell me about him. I'm always interested in a new goalkeeper. So
I think it's the same person that you're talking about.
Oh, as I said, I don't mind introducing the young youths. Bro, wing backs. Greg Lee, Shamar Lawrence. That have to be it.
Greg Lee, Shamar Lawrence for now. Yeah, I'm not fight it. 4 centre backs. The 4 centre backs I would go for the Nations League. Ethan Pinnock fit, I'm not sure. I didn't see him in a game. Ethan Pinnock if fit. Damian Lowe. I'd go Richard King.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go. I'm tempted to say Mariappa.
Yeah, in the Nations League, I think Mariappa should wear the armband. If we're going with 4, I think that's the safe 4. As I said, there are players on the fringe, such as Liam Moore, who is still a Jamaican international. Michael Hector is there. Still a Jamaican international. I'm not sure what's up with him. But yeah, that's the 4 I would go with if we're going with 4. Obviously, Paul Hall plays 3 at the back, so maybe you'd go with 6 centre-backs instead of 4 centre-backs or 5 centre-backs. So I think Michael Hector is right there to be brought in as well. All right, and the right backs. But that's the 4 that we're going with. For the sake of this quick activity, that's the 4.
And Michael Hector might get a midfield spot. Who knows? Let's see. For the 2 right backs, Javian Brown gets a spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, I know that in earlier videos I said that I want to see Alvas Paul again, people. I know I said it. I know he's getting a run of games in the MLS. I've watched a couple games. Not excited about Alvas Paul at the moment. So I'd probably just go for a young blood, bro. I'd probably just go for Zimini's and experience. Or if we can get, say, we can get a debutant in Max Irons or Ben Johnson, I'd love that.
Yeah, bro. Or better yet, we bring Mariappa, because Mariappa played good in the wing back position after Javian Brown. Mm-hmm. After Javian Brown mysteriously didn't play. Yeah. So I would probably go with Javian Brown and Mariappa and then bring Michael Hector
as a centre back.
As the other centre back.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Because I want Mariappa in the team. As a leader, I want Mariappa in the team.
Mariappa
gives you a shift.
Mariappa is still
good.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So
somebody's saying Alvas, no Alvas. Man, may I say Alvas is 27 years old, my youth. Alvas should be in the prime of his career. He should be. Is it me? But man, I said old guys, Alvas should be in the prime of his career. But as I said,
Alvas is not old.
Yeah, I made it.
Not old. Why are we saying obviously Mariappa is old? However, Mariappa is still better than almost everything that we have. So yeah, as I said, so that's Mariappa, Javian Brown, the 2 right backs, centre backs, Hector, King, Lowe, Ethan Pinnock. Mm-hmm. Wing backs for me, Greg Lee and Shamar Lawrence. Oh, that sound.
I agree with Gregory and Kemar Lawrence. If Kemar Lawrence is willing,
He's still available. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man, we can't let Mariapa go right now. Keep in mind, Mariapa is a big leader, a part of the team, and Mariapa is still so good. Like besides the Canada game, Mariapa is still so good. You get me? I say Mariapa is still freaking good at football. Mariapa is still doing very well in Australia right now.
Yeah, he's a championship footballer.
Imagine if Portugal were to say, let's just let Ronaldo go because of Ronaldo's age.
Mm-hmm.
That's madness. Cristiano Ronaldo is still the best Portuguese footballer, regardless of his age, right? So I can't say just let Mariapa go because of his age if he's still playing at the level that he's playing at. Because it's not like say Mariapa come and he must slouch and he must get blown by and him look out of shape and then we just want to call up Mariapa because his name Adrian Mariapa. No, when Mariapa plays, Mariapa still puts in a good shift. We saw him play wing back in the last game and he performed well.
Bro, let's say if somebody watching Jamaica for the first time don't know any of these players and we bring them to the national stadium, I'll ask them, how old is Adrian Mariapa? How old is that guy? They would not say 35.
Exactly. And the point that I make, yeah, exactly. Document production, podcast. My bad, sorry, I can't read people. I kind of
your glasses, Bridget.
Don't mess me.
Okay.
But, yeah, so Cristiano Ronaldo is a dinosaur as it relates to footballing age. However, there is no number 9 who is Portuguese that is better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And to be honest, bro, based on the season that he's having, it's not even close. So a Portugal team without Cristiano Ronaldo is madness. And a Jamaica team right now without Adrian Mariapa is madness.
Yeah. I agree. Let's see last one comment. Unless we plan ahead, we will stay where we are, replacing people at the last minute and
yes, but it's not a matter of replacing people at the last minute, bro. So you're not understanding. What if Mariapa maintains this level for the next 4 years? I'm not saying it's likely, but what if it happens in the next World Cup, he'll be the same age as Cristiano Ronaldo. Mm-hmm. Cristiano Ronaldo is still a top 5 player in the whole entire world. If not top 5, it's definitely not out of top 7 in the whole entire world. You get me? I'm trying to say, bro? Right now, Mariapa is still one of the best Jamaican footballers, and I think he will be next year in the Gold Cup, and he will be in the Nations League, and we need to perform well in these competitions. In addition to that, Mariapa will also serve as a mentor type figure and the leadership role that will help us push towards a new level. Now, in every single transitional system, you can't have all 24-year-olds that will be 28 in the next cycle. You need people with World Cup qualifying experience. You need people that will be there. And people will retire. People will retire next year. And then when he retires, Richard King steps up in his stead. Right? However, I think it is important that you do have, yes, the majority of your players will be able to transition. However, leadership is important. And I'm not saying just empty leadership. I'm not saying bring Javon Watson because he's a good leader. I'm saying Mariapa is Dane Walters. I can compare Mariapa to Cristiano Ronaldo if I'm comparing Jamaica to Portugal. Come on, guys. What are we doing? What Cristiano Ronaldo to Portugal is being their best forward. Mariapa is that to Jamaica being one of our best centre backs. What's so hard in making that comparison? I'm not saying Mariapa is as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not saying Mariapa is in Cristiano Ronaldo's class. They don't even play the same position. Cristiano Ronaldo this year will be playing for a World Cup, right? Mariapa this summer will be playing for a Nations League. What aren't we understanding, people?
I think they get it. I think majority of people understand.
Some people obviously don't.
All right, so.
All right, midfield.
Yeah, so where are we going to? Central mid. How many?
All right. So we said we are going simple 4-4-2. So let's go 4 again. 2 central midfielders. Who are the 2 central midfielders you want to say?
Central midfielders.
Obviously people. All right. Him say Mariapa versus Pepe. That's a good one. So big up for that KY. You get me? I said.
Yeah.
Then you can't left Pepe, bro. cannot leave Pepe at home.
And it got more reach, Antonio. The point you're making would be spot on for Antonio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand. We get it.
Portugal cannot leave Pepe at home. When you look at Portugal centre back depth, they cannot leave Pepe at home, regardless of how old Pepe is. So big up for that KY.
No, don't get it wrong, you know. If we had a 21-year-old that was on the level of Adrian Mariappa, then Adrian Mariappa could make the squad. But we don't. Anyways, so the central midfielders I would go with is Kevin Stewart. I think it's time Kevin Stewart is really around the squad.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have better still. So I think if we go 23, Speedy have to make the 23.
Yeah.
Speedy have to make the 23.
Kevin Stewart and Devon Williams, considering that we don't get somebody else, you know.
And the way we want to play with a back three, we don't necessarily need a defensive midfielder.
You know, Isaac, you know, considering we can get some changes of hearts. But yeah, I think as it stands right now, Kevin Stewart and Devon Williams, you know, as our quote-unquote sixes, and let's go to the 8/10s.
All right, so Rafael Morrison.
For sure.
Rafael Morrison for sure. Then, I see somebody mention Tariq Maggie's name. He's not playing any football. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with Tariq Maggie. But that next 10 spot, I'd probably go for. Probably introduce some of the youngster, I'm not sure. Probably that go.
For sure.
Pearson. We'll probably go Pearson, I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll probably go Pearson. Just one young. A point we made in earlier is that in a 23-man squad, there should be a 2 or 3 players that we're trying to blood. You get me? I said promising.
Yeah, who has the quality? As I said, bro.
I'm struggling.
We have countless talent overseas playing in that role.
That has committed to Jamaica?
Well, not necessarily committed. Like as I said, you have the likes of the Kaim Parises, so on and so forth, who are playing. I would opt to go with them. You know, the Lemar Walkers. I'd opt to go with them.
Yeah, I wanted to see Lemar Walker.
I'm rather go than Christopher Pearson. No, yes, Christopher Pearson is a young player, and Christopher Pearson is good. Christopher Pearson, get yourself a nice contract. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? Work hard, somebody see you, get yourself a contract. And they definitely you.
Professional. Yeah. So that's 4. Let's go, wingers? 4 wingers? I'm not sure. I don't even know the number over there now, but let's talk about some wingers. Go on.
Wingers, bro. Leon Bailey, Jamal Lowe, Bobby Reed. Leon Bailey, Bobby Reed, Jamal Lowe.
Yeah, I like that 2 there.
That's 3.
Leon Bailey, Bobby Reed, Jamal Lowe. Yeah, that's 3. So, wow, 1 more?
Yeah. Somebody has a Daniel Green, but more stay as far away from Daniel Green as possible, based on his performances in the last game.
Yeah.
And plus, people, I've been saying this, and I'm not ashamed to say it, even though people will beat me. I am just of the belief that in order to qualify for a Reggae Boys squad, with very, very slight exceptions, I am of the belief that an individual should be playing overseas. We have too many players playing at higher levels of football than the Premier League to not be calling for the talent that we have at our disposal. As I said, bro, you know, we have to see. We have to see how the talent look in the under 20 where we're going to talk about.
Where you think about coming back with the Terragats and them Monday? What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think Terragat is good enough, and Terragat is also on the older side. You know, maybe if Terragat wasn't wasn't as old as he is, I would say Blair Terragat. But as I said, bro, there's a lot of people to emerge. I know.
Yeah. I think this is a Paris Walker Maggie type of spot, the fourth spot.
A name that we can mention that people might not want me to mention, but let's see how his summer tours. Let's see how his summer tours in Europe goes. You know, Dujan Richards at 16, 17 years old.
Not a bad show.
Let's see how he goes on his summer campaigns, because if he manages to stick at one of these clubs, for example, if not Sociedad, then Genk, right, or Antwerp, or one of the other places one of the other many stops on his tour. If he manages to stick in one of these places, seeing and signs a long-term contract, even an academy contract, an under-19 contract, then I would say the spot is definitely his to be in the squad, to be around the players, and to be a developmental player. And that's the same thing I was saying about Christopher Pearson. If Christopher Pearson manages to get picked up and is sent to Europe, then Christopher Pearson would automatically take up that other number 8, number 10 spot for me, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And also, I think, Dujan, you see like how we think about a Zimenez or a Pearson, I think Richards should be mentioned with those names.
Of course, for sure. That is a must, because I think he's better than those people.
Yeah.
But I think he has to at least be mentioned.
And Daniel Greens, because those guys are what? They are in and around this age. So if
those guys are older than him, but this Tariq Zimenez and him are of comparable age.
Yep, Pearson. Well, so he's like 16, 17.
Yeah. So if it sticks, if one of these European clubs sticks, then Whisper has to be involved. You get what I say? And somebody said, isn't Tergat, Lowe, Flem, or Bobby the same age? Yes. However, Blair Tergat is not as good as Lowe and Bobby Reid. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I would have Bobby Reid and I would have Jamal Lowe. Can't have Bobby Reid, Jamal Lowe, and Blair Tergat. I'd rather give the spot to a young professional who is showing signs of promise.
Yeah.
So if one of them clubs stick, because Whisper is on a tour amongst 3 other Phoenix players, if one of those teams stick, then I would have to go with Dujan Richards as that other role. And then up top.
Yeah, so what about three or four? 4?
Yeah, because we just picked 4 wingers.
Yeah, we have 4 spots left.
Yeah.
All right, so I go Mikel Antonio, Shamar Nicholson. Then no, them 2 spots I go get to. Probably get to. Feel a headache,
Bro.
I'm not going to JPL. So.
No, it's not going to be a JPL.
Probably Roof. Probably.
Yeah, I think based on Roof's age, he still has another campaign in him. Do we then still call up Andre Gray, even though his age?
Yeah, because when I go East.
No, it's not going to be East.
When I go East. So we probably got Andre Gray to be total honest. Even though Andre Gray again, that's what.
I don't want to fill the squad of players who aren't going to be here, right? So Robs Antonio for 2026, not necessarily for 2026.
For Nations League.
And for 2023
yeah.
for the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
So
I don't think, bro. You see, if we're going to hand off and change over for 2026 World Cup, I don't think we should be changing up more than 4 or 5 players to hand off. And those 4 or 5 players would be players that fall off, say Mariapa.
As I said, and all of these players, not only is their quality a cut above everyone else's, they're also known leaders on the team. We heard Damian Lowe speak on Mikel Antonio and Adrian Mariapa's leadership. Like he dubbed them, besides him and Andre Blake, Adrian Mariapa and Mikel Antonio were the 2 other leaders that he mentioned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, bro? So,
Eddie, you see, why we leave it hard so we can shed some light on this. Eddie Guna say Gray is committed.
And that's Demar Gray. If Demar Gray gets a passport, then
no, but remember, we're talking to
a 23rd name.
So rumors out there is
One second, Rich. I get my charger.
Yeah. So people, rumor has it that Demar Gray has gone cold on us. I'm not reporting this. I'm not breaking any news here. But we heard it from some people that Demar Gray, we don't know what we're going to say. The talks are at a standstill. I would love them or agree. And that I think that is why subconsciously we even having the conversation right now. Because we haven't heard anything. A passport, you don't take, 3-4 months to get a Jamaican passport. In fact, if you're an ambassador for the country, represent the country at international level. I don't think you should. If you want a passport tomorrow, you should be able to get it. So maybe that it's true that the talks are in a standstill. All right, so I'm going to run through some comments real quick. Giovanni, depth is necessary. Can't get rid of everyone. That's what I'm saying. So if you have a 22 now in the Nations League and Gold Cup for next year, if we're going to hand off to the 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign, we shouldn't be changing out more than 4 players. And those 4 would have to be, say, Mariapa if he retires, Mikel Antonio if he retires. They may say the players that are right now 30 and above would be the players that would fall off if we're going by, trend and what we already know of athletes.
Sorry, bro.
Not
to cut you. Not only if they retire, but if they become not good enough.
That's what I said. Them fall off.
Yeah, they could. Shit. I was going to say something. I don't remember what I was going to say.
All right, so.
No, as in somebody said picking Whisper over Kaim Paris. I mentioned Kaim Paris' name in the
Paris
number 10/number wing. He's definitely in there. In fact, I said it between him and Lemar Walker for that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do believe that Kaim Paris should be in and around this squad for sure. However, Kaim Paris is a bit older than Whisper, and I think the clubs that Whisper are stopping at are clubs of higher quality than the ones that Kaim Paris is playing in. So I'm saying if Whisper sticks at one of these clubs, and shows promise, like I think he has to be, that shining star. And keep in mind, Rush. We talk about the 4 players that we move on from.
Mm-hmm. I think no more than 4.
Yeah, probably two of those players replacements.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start Pep right now.
Yeah.
Are just reaching a grade 7 or 8.
True.
You get that, sir?
True.
That's what you have to consider. When Spain were building towards their last World Cup, nobody was considering Pedri.
Yeah.
And now he is going to be a starter in their team. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So this is the importance of having the likes of a Mikel Antonio and an Adrian Mariappa, so that when these new rising stars do emerge, those guys are there to then guide them into being who they need to be.
Bro, another example. Not to cut you. Another example is England. When you think about England, they have a strong under-20 program.
For sure.
And their juniors, the international junior teams are, crazy good. And this is what our under-20 and under-18s and under-50, this is what it's for. Under-17, I should say. This is what it's for. So you're saying, I'm pretty sure the next starlet out of Jamaica, I didn't even do CXC yet. So we're worrying about the next prospect for 2026. When next year somebody probably tear up the Manning Cup and tear up JPL and get a contract in a Belgium somewhere. We don't. So we are least space.
Which is why we need those spaces. For example, one of those spaces is Mariapa's spot. Because it's safe to say that Mariapa will not be around in the next World Cup.
Yeah, and one of Grayard are Antonio.
But the person who is going to replace Mariapa,
we don't know him yet.
Just at the grade 9 achievement. God's willing. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say?
And that 2026 he might be a 18-year-old or something.
So that's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Because last year, because obviously we know these teams start their ramp up for World Cup qualification literally right after the World Cup ends. Right after they're eliminated from the World Cup, that's when their ramp up starts. It's Jamaica alone that starts our ramp up right before the qualification starts. Right? Spain would not have bargained for a Pedri. England would not have bargained for a Bakary Saka.
Or a Smith Rowe that is making the squad in the year.
Exactly.
Of World Cup.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. So those players that we have, Mariappa and Mikel Antonio, who are 2, I would say, captains of the Reggae Boys.
Yeah.
Right? They serve an important purpose. Mariappa will help teach Richard King how it is done. He'll have good words of wisdom and advice for him. Mm-hmm. And when that next budding centre back comes, Mariappa can walk away gracefully, knowing that he did his part. But I do think that there still has to be time and space for For example, let me use another example, bro. Let's say Henderson. Do you think that after this World Cup, Henderson is just going to retire from football? No. Henderson is going to be a part of the Euro setup. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And he may well not be a part of the 2026 setup.
Yeah.
But they're not going to say, oh, Gareth Southgate's not going to be like, oh, Henderson, you're not going to be here in 2026, so you have to go. That's madness. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? Yeah. Because Henderson would still be one of England's best players. Not only that, but he will still be responsible for imparting knowledge on Declan Rice. Yeah. Because Declan Rice will then become the next Henderson. And so on and so forth. But Henderson will play the next Euros, bro. I guarantee you that. So that point, to whoever was making the point, there are many, many examples to then nullify that point.
Yeah.
Rob
Smith, Maps need a send-off game, and that's it. Clap him off the field. Maps was poor this entire campaign. People
know he was not poor this entire campaign. Adrian Marapa, and in the Panama game, he could have been better. But in the Panama game, he could have been better. And in the Canada game, he was awful. However, for the rest of the campaign, Marapa was reliable. Marapa was solid. Marapa did not get beaten off the dribble. Marapa did not look like he lost that much of a step. Marapa was still getting up. He was still getting getting good clearances. Even when he was playing the wing-back position, he was getting forward. He was getting squares and so on and so forth. Not to mention his invaluable leadership skills off the field. So no, Marapa was not poor all campaign. We've seen him play the most bad games we've ever seen him play. And that's an indictment on his perpetual consistency. So that when we see Marapa play 2 bad games, we're like, yo, Marapa done. No, that just shows how good Marapa has been for us over the past decade. That's all it is. But I don't think Marapa is at the point where he needs a sending off game. I still think he has a lot of football left in him. Still a very good defender.
Great contributor to Jamaican football, though, and definitely, because this is a thing, Remember, international football is a thing that the players know. So a lot of people would tell you, a lot of players would tell you that they know that they are going to retire next year. Or they know that they're going to retire from international football, the next campaign or the next tournament or whatever. Yeah. So we will know when Marapa is going to retire, and we will give Marapa a good send-off because he has been a great servant to Jamaican football. We really love Marapa. So Rob Smith double down. So Maps was poor. He gets beat on every counter. He just didn't make that noticeable mistake. Look at our goals. He was consistently behind the play.
As I said, Jamaica's worst game this whole campaign. Well, I'd say the Canada game in Canada. But before that, the Panama game. You know who were 2 central defenders were? It was Liam Moore and Ethan Pinnock.
Yeah.
Our right back was Wes Harding. And our left back was it Greg Lee that was playing? Or was it still Taxi?
I think it was Taxi,
Yeah, I think it was probably still Taxi. But that was the worst game that we played, and Adrian Marapa wasn't even there.
But that's a point though. That's a point though, Rob Smith. He didn't make that mistake, and you have to understand that
he doesn't make those mistakes.
Exactly, and those mistakes are the things that make we say you were dreadful. He didn't make that mistake, so he was not dreadful. No, could he have put in an 8 performance or a 9 performance? Everybody could have, but Marapa gives you a solid 6 or a 7.
Why, the people are making it seem like Marapa was the catalyst for our demise this campaign, when he was nothing but a solid, consistent player. Did you see him in Mexico? Did you see him in Costa Rica? Did you see him in Honduras? Like, Adrian Marapa was a perpetual pro, just fully consistent, being in the right places at the right time, being very reliable, being very adaptable. I do think Adrian Marapa is still one of our best centre-backs, bro. So I'm not sure why people...
When he's not, you would say it.
Exactly. Like I would say, yo, Marapa was terrible in the Canada game. Like, we will say it. However, he did not have a bad game. Like, he was there, he made good tackles. He was very composed, he played good passes. He was always there, always reliable. I'm trying to think about it, bro. The man said him get beaten on every counter. No, Marapa never get beaten off the dribble. Like, that just wasn't a thing. So I'm not sure exactly what.
And you have to understand, bro, that is not how Jamaica lost a lot of our games. Jamaica's demise in this World Cup qualifying campaign was from crosses. That's all it was. Teams I don't know how we have some of the biggest defenders in CONCACAF. and crosses are downfall. That's how we lost a lot of our games. It was not, if you think about it, was a lot of goals in score up the dribble.
Yeah.
A lot of goals scored from crosses. So yeah, I'm not going go with that one there. All right. You want to go next topic? Can we finish the squad and know?
Yeah. All right. So
And you
Paul
still just Paula before we move on. You still just Paula.
Paul plays. Wait 1 second. Paul plays a high line. How are you gonna pick maps in a high line? That is suicide. He's okay if you stay deep and defend the box. Otherwise, Paul Hall plays a high line, but Paul Hall plays with 5, so Paul Hall plays with a sweeper as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mariapa is perfect to play a sweeping position. Also, I'm not saying Mariapa should start in our backline because I don't believe he should be a starter in our backline. I don't believe he starts over Damien Lowe, Ethan Pinnock, and even Richard King. I don't believe that he's a starter. However, after those 3 guys, it's Mariapa. You get me, bro? So I'm not saying Mariapa should start. That's not what I'm saying. But yes, he plays a high line, but he also plays with 3 at the back. Somebody mentioned Thiago Silva. That's the perfect example, right? Chelsea plays with 3 and them can have a sweeper. So in a team, when you play a sweeper, in a team when you play a sweeper, that allows the individual who probably doesn't necessarily have the legs to drop off before the play starts. You know, because of his intelligence, because of his high football IQ, because of his good timing and consistency, you know, and reliability to not make very many mistakes. He's the perfect central defender in a back 3. If you're playing a back 4, fine. No, I'm not talking about having him there as a dressing room leader. Yes, he's a dressing room leader. However, I don't believe in individuals being there solely as a dressing room. Mariapa is still one of our better centre backs. That's what I'm saying. And he's versatile as well because he can shift to the right back position. And when playing a quote-unquote high line that we see Paul Hall played, I don't necessarily think Paul Hall is going to play a high line because he played a back 3. So that's not necessarily something that one says is conducive for a high line. I just think based on the competition, it seemed as though we were playing higher than normal. However, I don't think Paul Hall is necessarily going to play a high line.
Yeah.
And he plays with 3, so that allows Mariapa to then drop off. Fine, if you play a back 4, or you play flat, or you play a high line with a back 4, then you need pacey central defenders who can track. You get me? I say, and recover. Ethan Pinnock and Damien Lowe, who can recover. However, when you play with a back 3 and you have a sweeper, like that's the perfect role for sweepers aren't normally pacey, so on and so forth. But yeah, bro. If no one else has anything to say.
Final question though on the squad. It's still just Paula to take charge of this Jamaican squad in the next couple of tournaments.
Only people me trust are my mother, bro.
Damn. So Paula still has something to prove.
For sure.
To you.
For sure. Definitely still has something to prove.
Yeah. Still a lot to show. We still want to see a lot from Paula. If we're going to
somebody asks, why is he the 4th choice and yet you're saying he's still one of the best? How many centre backs do you think is eligible to play for Jamaica Rush? Probably 2 million. So if he is our 4th choice, doesn't that then still make him one of the best Jamaican central defenders, bro?
Yeah.
That's the simple answer to that question.
Yeah, I didn't know that Mariapa splits opinion this much, but
yeah, why is he the 4th choice and yet still he's one of the best as compared to millions of eligible Jamaican footballers? Yeah. If you are the 4th choice, doesn't that then make you one of the best, bro?
Yeah.
Come on. In the last
game, we didn't say he's one of the best in the squad because we have 3 people ahead of him at the end of the day. But he's definitely.
Imagine say we played a high line against Canada. No. Canada will play on top of 18.
Yeah.
We did not play a high line against.
We never have a choice. We never have the ball.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't necessarily think Paul Hall has the intention to say, oh, we're going to have our centre backs at the half line. I'm just saying that people keep on saying in a condescending manner, oh, we played against the Honduran 21s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it seemed as though he was playing a high line. You know, I just think that we were given the space. For example, against Costa Rica, who sat back, we're given the space to then push our line of confrontation further forward. And as such, it appeared as though Paul Hall was trying to play a high line. But I just think we will play to the competition.
I agree. So that's it. That's the squad that we will right off the top, because obviously a lot of that was not.
Yeah, bro, and the nuances as it relates to formation, so on and so forth, we didn't take that into consideration. So we just went very, very, very basic 23 off the top of our head, and that's what we could conjure at this current moment. But it's subject to change.
Hold on there. May I check something real quick? Because I'm going to understand what exactly people are running with. I'm not sure if Honduras want to say. Under 2021, I don't think Honduras want to talk about, because Honduras don't have one player on that team that was under 20 years old. But may I talk about 28, 26, 30, 32, 26, like, come on.
But we are talking about the squad, right? Anyways, what's your view about Bygrave in our future? Bygrave is not in my future. Is he in yours?
No, I don't think Bygrave is as good yet to be the Jamaica striker.
And if he's not as good yet, bro, he's not going to make it, because Anthony Bygrave could be our father.
How much days? Every day I can spoil the man name. Put some respect on the man thing, man.
Oh, Anthony, we still as Anthony. Why we keep on call this man Anthony?
It's a worry with the Bygrave.
Anthony Bygrave. No, it sounds like a name. It does sound like a name, bro. Just a use. Ataforai. My apologies, Mr. Bygrave, if you're here with us today.
Yeah, if he takes that next step, because the thing is, bro, we have to understand that the direction that sports is going in, people are going to be playing for longer. We have improved technology, we have improved facilities, we have improved pitches. Players will be going up to 40 years old soon. This is the direction that football is going in. Sports is going in general. People will be playing for longer. So Bygrave is what, 26, 27, 28 right now?
Yeah.
If you can take that next step, and Bygrave is one of the best Jamaican forwards, I don't care of his age. I don't care about his age. Put him in the squad. But right now, I don't think Bygrave is one of the 4 best Jamaican strikers available. Let's put it that way.
He's definitely not one of the 4 best strikers available.
Yeah.
Not if we are talking about both in the youths, and not if we are talking about veterans. Like, if there's somewhere right in the middle as it relates to age where he's in his prime, he's probably playing the best football he's ever played.
We probably should have a professional squad, bro. What do you think about
that? Professional as it relates to what? Like just a 30 where we say, or you mean like a B squad?
We should have that B squad should be a part of it. So we probably should have a 35 where we know say, these are a part of the Jamaican setup. Probably not ready as yet, but if somebody drop out, if a man succumb to an injury, a man drop a form, then you get introduced right into the program. Rather than not being around the program, don't know the style of play, you've been away from the team for 2 tournaments, and then somebody drop out and you introduce them. Yeah, I say we probably need a provisional squad. I probably need a B squad. A B team.
Like England call up the 23s,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I agree with you.
All right. We can go the next topic real quick. So we have Vin Blaine for talk about, and then we have the under 20s for talk about.
Yeah.
So you want to like how they on the men's team, you want to go under 20 real quick?
Now we'll talk about Vin Blaine and then
all right, so Vin Blaine, what is going on with Vin Blaine, fam?
Me I ask, bro.
So apparently, I'm not gonna report again. Right? But we know that some prominent figures, and it is rumored that players in the female team does not want Vin Blaine to be the head coach of the Jamaica women's national team. What do you say about this, fam?
Not much to say, and as I said, politics.
Is it harsh? Because we can't talk about the politics of it.
Yeah.
But just the decision. Is the decision harsh?
No. Like if you're not good enough, you're not good enough, bro.
What do you think about it? The results
we've seen, huh?
The result. What about the results that we had?
What about them?
I'm asking if it's harsh based on the results that we had.
Because I think based on the results that I was expecting, I think it was a bit underwhelming, in my opinion. You know, I think we should have scored way more goals than we scored. We should have played way more organized than we played. I think our girls' talent far surpasses that of the opposition with which we were matched up against.
Yeah.
And at times we made it look harder than it needed to be.
Bro, while I agree with that,
Mm-hmm.
I must say that the team has been improving game by game.
That is
So
true.
while it started off underwhelming, the last game and the game before that was better than the window before that. So I was kind of excited to see the next step that the girl. I keep saying that. I want to see the next step that the girls are going to take. No, if they get Vin Blaine out of that, it would have to be the previous head coach. Or else, if you introduce somebody new again, we would have to start from zero in a World Cup qualifying campaign, in the middle of a tournament, the championship. I would want to see all of that. So if it's not somebody that they're already familiar with, I'd keep Vin Blaine.
But then, what if it is somebody who they are familiar with, i.e., Busby, you know? And then again, even if it isn't, like if the girls don't want to play for you, if the players have lost faith in the coach, then it is already a failed campaign, and there is no recovery in that.
This is true.
Because our talent is not overwhelming enough to face such adversity as players not wanting to play for a coach and still be able to advance.
No, but think about it, bro.
Huh?
Think about it. These girls don't want to play for Vin Blaine, but at the same time, as I previously said, they're improving and they're looking to be playing better football and they're scoring goals and we're winning against teams that we should be winning against even without a coach. But it's crazy. If you would assume that most things should be well in the camp based on the last window, based on qualifying, I feel like the morale should be high in the camp. But right after the group stages, news come out, we don't want the coach. No. As I say, if it's somebody that they're familiar with, fine. Somebody new, I'm not really excited for that. But you made a very strong point. If you have a team and the team don't want to play for you, you already lose. You've lost already. And it would be so disappointing for Jamaica to not make it to the next World Cup because of personal issues or because of politics. This is what we hate about the men's team. So if we see it creeping at the females team, that would be very, very disappointing.
Yeah, bro. But as I say, yo, Jaja, if you've lost faith in the coach, unless you are far superior in talent, then you will not succeed.
Yeah.
And based on the zone that we are joining, based on the talent that we know the Americas and the Canadas possess, the Haitian team now, they are growing by strength to strength, and they're getting more confident and better. We see the Mexicans and the Costa Ricas, they looked absolutely supreme. And that's the level of competition that we're going to have to match. And technically, I don't necessarily think we're on the level of them technically. However, I do think we have advantages as it relates to our size, physicality, our speed, God-given ability.
Yeah.
And I think that if we are organized and disciplined and well coached, we can then go on to get results against some of these teams and then qualify. However, with the ability that we have and seeing that in many, many cases, we will be outclassed as it relates to skill and technical ability. If we're not disciplined and we're not well coached, or if the girls don't believe in the system of the coach, then we are unequivocally doomed.
Yeah.
So would it be the right decision to just move on from Vin Blaine now to try and
that's probably the right thing to do. That's right. If the team is not with you, why fight? Why fight to be in a space where you're not wanted by the people that you're supposed to lead?
Paycheck, bro.
I don't even think the paycheck is that great. You know what?
Yo, if me have my work, if I'm employed in an organization to lead men or women, and those men and women don't want me to lead them, but I have the responsibility of leading them, Do you think that I'm going to then just walk away from my appointment and left my paycheck and then mess with my contract?
Yeah, and then another thing to think about is his resume. This would not look good on his resume at all. And imagine what Vin Blaine could prove if he takes Jamaica to the World Cup and say he wins a game. So maybe, yeah.
The situation needs to be sorted because Vin Blaine and the team needs to be focused on Mexico, not this. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
You know, and as I said, people, me and Rush, we're not here saying that everything that we say is gospel, you know, or fact. You know, we can only go off the letter that was signed. So I heard the letter, it was signed and it was released and it was published, right? So we can speak on that, you know, and we also have information that so the girls, some of the girls, if not all of them, are uncomfortable with the situation. That's stuff that we've heard. So we can only speak on that. So as I said, that we're not diving into the nitty-gritty of the matter because we do not know.
Yeah.
We repeat, we do not know.
Yeah, the intricacies of it we don't know. But we know what's in the public, but the intricacies of it, like the politics and the personal stuff, we don't know that at all. But we can give our opinion on what is being reported, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So yeah, and to that point though, the football season is drawing to a close, especially in England and Europe. The season is winding down, right? The last couple of games are being played if they're not played already in a lot of the competitions around the world.
Yeah.
No, I would assume that the girls would have some sort of camp by the end of this month, some sort of camp in June, some sort of camp in July. The competition is what? In July, right? Mid-July, I think. So I'm expecting this to be sorted out before the month is out, and then we can focus on our camps and building towards the competition. So that's a very good point. This needs to be sorted out right now.
Remember, all the girls are fully professional and know good coaching. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, so when they're thrust in a situation, i.e., the reggae boys into the situation with Theodore Whitmore, they do understand that this is subpar. This is not up to scratch as compared to what they were used to before with Busby, who is a professional licensed coach, specifically as it relates to female football. That's where he made his bread and butter. And we saw how he came in and he developed good relationships with these girls. They obviously loved him, and he obviously loved them. And they achieved great success, bro. Yeah. Right? And for Vin Blaine to walk in those shoes, it might be an unfair ask, if I'm being completely honest. Mm-hmm. However, the work is the work, bro. Get the job done or get the hell out. And a part of the job is to get the girls to understand and appreciate and then play with your philosophy. Yeah. And he's obviously failing at that.
Yeah. And you have to understand, you have stakeholders in anything that is being done professionally. Because you have the stakeholders, you have the fans, you have the JFF, you have Vin. And numerous or one of such stakeholders can want a change. No, the fans can, like, for example, in the men's team, the fans came out and they said, we need Theodore Whitmore gone. Now, we are one of the most important stakeholders of the reggae boys, right? And the fans came out. We're not pleased with Theodore Whitmore. We want Tapper gone. Tapper was gone before the year was out. No, if I would say the most important stakeholders in the female team, which are the girls, there's no team without the girls. If they're saying they don't want the coach from, a decision has to be made. I don't think so.
Yeah? Right now, bro. And a decision has to be made right now. So wouldn't say, him no mind them not liking the coach and not thinking he's good enough. Like, people are people. You get me say? Yeah. I agree with that. Him just not likes the whole thing public. And neither do we. We don't like to see our dirty laundry being aired publicly. However, our job, we do this YouTube thing essentially as a profession. We make money from it. So our job is to when we get news to speak on it. Right? So it is not a responsibility to necessarily keep it on a hush-hush. From a personal standpoint, I would love if they could have their thing figured out and us not get any news to cover. Right? Because that would be what's better for Jamaican football. But seeing that it is out there, we have to try our best to acquire as much information on the topic as possible. And then, bring it to you guys, and hear your voices. And Real Ballers say we need to interact with the listeners.
I think we're doing that.
Yeah, in my
opinion. One little argument I go in the comment section. So trust me, we'll see everything. People.
Yeah, so, we try our best for interact as best we can,
Yeah. So yeah. I must say though, I'm excited for the Women's Championship in Mexico. I expect Jamaica to do well. We're in a group with Mexico and Suriname. It's a hard group. No, is it?
No, that's the Nations League, bro.
That's the Nations League. So it's It's
the women's group is.
It's hard. It's a group for data the competition.
Yeah.
But I expect us to do well. I want us to do well. And I think we can make it to the World Cup. No, we asked Marla Sweatman, one of the leaders of the team, one of the best players on the team, what is the goal, of this competition? And she said that they want to win it. It's not just, yes, it serves as qualification for the next World Cup, but she stated that they also want to bring home the silverware. So you think we can win that, or that was a long shot from Marla?
We can't win this competition. It's not going to happen. However, I do believe that we can secure a World Cup qualification, but bro, it is not going to be easy. And our lucky stars do have to align in order to accomplish such a feat. Because the quality has improved in CONCACAF since last year. It has gotten better, bro. The Haitian team, the Costa Rican team, the Panamanian team, bro, they have improved. So I think we have improved as well. And we've managed to acquire new talent, right? But it's going to be hard. Everything I forgot good in order to qualify.
That is correct.
But with that being said, bro, enough for the ladies and them drama. Time for go to more drama. But as it relates to the under 20, why is drama such a theme in Jamaican sports, in Jamaican football in particular?
Man, I have no clue, bro.
Listen, no drama 2023.
Man, Alanka, when is the under 20 match playing? In June? Yeah, I think competition is in June, the end of June. I think it's, let me double check. I think it's the 18th, 19th to like early July. That's what it is. Yeah, I think it's 18th of June to 3rd of July. So, yeah, go double check that.
Yeah, man. At Javon, with the women's championship, the upcoming women's championship, I don't think we're good enough to take on the Canadas and the USAs of the world. However, I do think if we play our cards right, we can secure a good standing.
Brother, why we can't just enjoy some football and why we have to have the politics and the drama in our football, bro?
Somebody will try to put words in this or that sports TV mouth. I know so we're not going to
leave a highlight that comment there.
As you were saying, bro.
Yeah, man, I say, I feel like we can do without the drama, fam. We have talented players all over the world. And something else I say again, people, we should be glad that Jamaica has spread her wings so far and wide across the world. That we can have all these players in Europe, have all these players in America, and we can have such a talented squad. But we are all back to self, people. We are all back to self. I don't know what is caused this, and maybe it is justified. Maybe the ladies are well within their right to be calling for the head of England. Maybe they are. I don't know. And from some whispers that we've heard around the camp, kind of sound like they're in their right. Zine, again, not reporting. But more on the football and no drama, fam.
Rush, I'm going to let them in on a little inside thing. We have a friend group, and our motto for 2022 was no bomb rush.
Yeah.
You get me, sir, bro? We need a no bomb rush 2023. No drama in the reggae boys, in the JFF. Hashtag no bomb rush 2023. No drama.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we need to push that far and wide, bro. Yes, side.
Yeah. Island Card. So before we talk about the under 20, Island Card posted a question. Where do you guys rank the under 20 reggae boy? We don't see them play it, bro. This is a brand new team, you know.
And then you make reference to the region. I don't know about the Mexican under 20s and the
Yeah,
Kenyan
we have to see the
under 20s.
competition. We have to see the
You know,
competition.
we do know that USA has countless professionals. We do know that Mexico will be fielding an all professional team.
Yeah,
I assume Canada will be more of the same.
yeah.
So we don't know. What I do know is that our best players aren't in the squad. That's what I do know. We're not fielding our best 2020.
Oh,
I'm
the,
not sure what one say. I know, but it should always be the aim. Yeah, of course, you play to win for sure. I expect us to be competitive in every game. That's what I dream personally. If you are, anything can happen, as tough as it will be. May I agree with that, and I do believe that we should be competitive. Like I don't believe that Jamaica is at a level where USA should be giving us 6,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we should be competitive for sure. We should be competitive in all the games. However, we should be competitive. However, I don't think we have what it takes.
And Mr. Stennett, that's the game that we're playing. That's the game that we're playing. Remember, the girls want to win too. The girls want to win. So it's not like, think about it. If you're in a situation where you want the best out of the situation and you see someone in the situation that maybe their intentions are being questioned, their methods are being questioned, and you don't think this is the way to go. Remember, it is rumored that over 20 of the girls signed this thing, Bridget. So if the girls think this, they can push out. No, why would they just be pushing out any old coach just because? Remember, they want to win.
And they didn't push out Busby.
Right. I'm pretty sure this is not what they would want in an ideal situation, but this is just the one that is being presented to them.
Yeah.
And if this is the best thing to do, get him out. Like, if Vin Blaine not all about the program, get him out. If his name was John Brown, I get about the program, get him. I don't care who he is. And the girls shouldn't care either. So that. It's a slippery one though, and it's a fine line. It's a fine line between you can't even judge. You won't even know. Because who to tell? Maybe there's a clique in there and whatever. But we're not gonna speculate. We're not gonna
Yeah, we don't
we
know
just
the
have to take it
politics.
for what we see.
But yeah, bro. So one more on the real quick. Obviously, we're gonna talk about under 20 situation. I'm not going to act like is like we're extremely knowledgeable about it, but it's something that I want to touch on. And then we're posting the link in the group, and then allow some people to interact with it before we go. That's so much.
Can do that.
All right, boom. The under 20s, one Phoenix player first and foremost. What do you think about that?
I'm wondering if that has anything to do with the fact that they're traveling.
Yeah, it might be. I've been trying to ask Mr. Butler to report as to why there's only one player included.
Yeah.
And
Because we know that there's like 10 or 12 or 11 Phoenix players right now that's supposed to be on some sort of trial or contract or
yeah.
visit or something.
However, the one Phoenix player that is involved, Alexander Bigney, he's a professional player, a part of FC Cologne's under 19s.
Mhm.
So he's a professional academy player, and he did manage to make the trip for this camp. So I think international duty would, but I don't know. I'm trying to get more on it.
Bro, I think if you have a trial planned and you have ticket booked and all of that, Jamaica having a camp or whatever, I don't think that would override the fact that you've invested a lot of time, money, and effort into making it to this trial or whatever. I would bet on that because I think it's crazy to think of some of the players that are not in the team.
All right, so question. Do you think that after Kirk Butler championed so hard for his players to be included, then it is because of his actions as the player's agent slash coach slash manager that would then keep them out of the team?
I think that would get them involved.
Yeah, because
I think that would get them involved rather than keep them out.
I asked Fortuna Cologne. My apologies, sir. the man showed me. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Fortuna Cologne are a German Bush League team. I'm not I wasn't I wasn't speaking on the quality of the team. I was just saying the one Phoenix player that is involved is associated with a team.
Yeah,
That's all I was saying.
I'd love to speak.
I wasn't speaking on Alexander Bicknell's quality or anything. I was just saying that the only Phoenix player that was involved was him. So I'm not necessarily saying, oh, Alexander played for a big team. I don't know about the team. I'm not even going to try to act like I know about the team.
Yeah.
Some of the players aren't even just a youth. Back to the female football. Girl Baller, so not a fan of Vin playing, but Jesus, bro. The man must feel betrayed by some of the players. He even brought in some friend killer business. Yo, in this thing you call professional sports, and in a friend business, bro. You get me, I say? In a friend business, fam. I don't care if you brought me in. I don't care. I only have loyalty to this. The flag on my chest. That's the only loyalty you have when you're playing for your country.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be about the team that you're playing against. So, yes, you brought me in and you're not cutting and sorry, bro. We can have a drink afterwards, fam. But I want the best person coaching me. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Big and serious. Yo, your boss me still in a bro.
And much respect.
You are not the best thing for Jamaica right now. And as such, you got to go. You got to go. Like, it's not a matter of friend killer. She never take a gun and kill him. She just say, you're not good enough to coach me. Find me some blame. We can go out for drinks afterwards. Meet me at the quad. You see me? And we'll flare and gas. But you cannot coach a team. It's not good enough. And after that.
Yeah.
So it's not, yo.
But bro, on this under 20 thing, I kind of want to wait till the squad get officially. Because what we see right now are some pictures and some people reporting stuff. But more say official release from the JFF. The competition is soon, so they have to release something at some point. You see me?
Yeah.
So I think there should be more than one Phoenix player though. I think there's no way Whisper is not there. You watch the trial that the Phoenix players were called into?
Yeah.
Whisper played well in that trial. I'm pretty sure he was in and around the team. He's been training and thing. Maybe he's on trial in Spain. So that could have been the cause of that. You have Peralta, who played well at the trial also. I watched the trial. So yeah, maybe it's just training. And we can seek some information from the agent and see what we're going. I'd love to talk to him right now, but I don't think that will happen.
Yeah, man. So as I said, I reached out to him. I haven't heard back since. So the moment when we get some information from Mr. Bowler, then obviously we'll break it. So because we haven't heard from him, I will delve too deeply into this under 20 situation.
Are we that still in a bro? But one more thing before we go though.
No, man, more the people them more inter. So watching up, we're gonna post the link in the chat. And if you want to come on and give your 2 cents, but anything, like the last 20 minutes, when you come on, introduce a topic or a reason. You get me as a rush, 65 people here. Somebody might want to debate me because I have some hot takes. So click the link, come on, bring up a topic, any topic, not even matter. And then we embarrass you. Basically, let me try. So you get me as a then if you don't want to debate and pick a fight, then we can do that. Or if you don't want to come and make a point, you can come and make a point. Everybody can get a minute at time. So people click the link, come on, drop your 2 cents. You get me? I say rush post the link. Hit the link forward and so what you want to talk about. Yeah.
So the link, I just posted the link in the comment
section. Yeah, so any topic as it relates to the topics that we mentioned before in the live. And if you want stretch, you get me? I say we'll go there. So we're going for the last 15 minutes, Josh, we're going to give to the subscribers, we're going to give to the fans. We are going to talk, but we're going to make them determine what we talk about. Oh, that's all. All right, click up the link, people. Click up the link.
The link is pinned at the top of the live chat. So click that and forward.
So we're them afraid of rush. Nobody click the link yet. Nobody have nothing to say.
You have to remember good enough. Some smart you talk to, you don't really want just remember them see what OTV get,
Yeah. People, go and check out that debate. Absolutely annihilated OTB, you know? Real baller, you just threw me out and say, yo, we need to give the fans them a voice. Come on and allow your voice to be heard. Real quick. If nobody clicks the link, then I guess now we can wrap it up, bro.
You don't like that, bro. They don't mess with us like that.
Can't believe we have up the link and nobody now forward for come say nothing. Nobody have nothing to say, not even a big up. Yeah, shit, whatever they like, and you get me and say you see all a girl and you try to talk to her and she's nah. You try say, yo, mama, give me a chat now, give me a moment of my time.
Brother, she didn't even get the time of day. She didn't even look for you. She sip her drinks, you know.
Judge a you. But we get one person. One thing if man can count on somebody, that could be that person.
Oh, SG.
Yeah, I don't just know. Isn't me from a long time.
Yeah. What you mean now?
All right. Greetings, sir.
Well, know me always I go tune in and take in a piece of the thing. Good afternoon, listeners.
Blessings. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. There are some little things I want to touch back from. Yeah, man. It's good to be on. When I hear me well?
Yeah, man, we are here, man. Talk your talk.
Hello?
Yeah, man, we are here, boss.
Oh. Yeah, as for the may I listen to Ryan show the other day and he talk about the under 20.
Yeah.
And I say you know them football slow. Pace of them games slow. And one of the reasons for that, as you can see, our local player them, a lot of people don't know them technically flawed, brother. Them control is very poor. Them turn back the ball too much. And when we realize nowadays with the coaches, them a lot of the coaches them in Jamaica, them are try to bring in this thing here, yeah, which is good, but it also kill the player them skill level. Yeah, quarrel the player when them take on and beat a 1 or 2 man. That has been our strength of football over the years.
Yeah.
We skill over the years when we have come, that's how we used to have, that's how we depend upon, that's how we work with. Instead, I would try to kill out the part of a football game. The way them need to do is improve that some more. And also, along with that, get the players them now to understand, say, listen, you can't have a 1 man for beat and we can't run ball. We have a 1 man for beat. We're supposed to have, we're faster than them, skiller than them. Beat the 1 man there. Instead of sending back the ball to your central or to your wing back. Beat the 1 man and then push it forward to your attacking midfielder. So the ball game can be much faster.
So
the pace of the pass of the ball them from the under 20. Come here, watch say something that show me a little video the other day. I think it was Cataract. And me watch the under 20.
One second, somebody just mentioned this to compound what you were saying. They might take out 10 touches before the ball is being passed. That's a big issue that I see with not even young talent, but just talent in Jamaica generally. You get the ball, then you adjust the ball, then you look up, then you adjust it again. You get me answer before you make a play. And it is the most infuriating thing in life.
No, but if you notice, even our Premier League, take notice how when a ball come across, enough time the players they miss control. And then they have to go back, go get the ball under control. Then dress the ball in order to make. When you look from professional player, are the better player them in the Premier League. Them first touch put the ball in the position to make the pass so them want to make. So the second touch is making the pass. And even on the 1-2 with our players them, because of the bad control, them can't even play a good 1-2. And so the under 20s them. You know, I mean, something that, as you say, since the other day, I spend a lot of time watching the video them that Craig Butler posts with Phoenix. team playing football. You know, me have enough time especially over the last couple of weeks, for watch football, watch back some Manning Cup games. I'm going to find them and watch them. And you can do that because sometimes these things need to happen. And some of the players, some of the people, them watch football or think that them watch football. If you're going to discuss Jamaica football, you need to go back and see the Manning Cup, the Premier League, and all these teams that Jamaica have and see how them play football. And just go and watch Phoenix and see how Phoenix player them do and play the ball. One man in front of them are going to take on the one man.
Yeah.
And them all the passing the ball going back. So the pace of Phoenix in the academy, if you watch the Phoenix play, the pace of them game is way faster than the rest of all of them when you see a play. And that's how I'm impressed with, you know, because they forgot them camp, but I search and watch the game them post and see how the player them play.
So what you think? You think that have to do with coaching or them development?
We're coaching, man. We're coaching is poor, man. Because we're with so much want to win Manning Cup and win Coles and win Pepsi. That's we're not working on the players, them technical ability, bringing them forward. You find out at the raw stage of our football, we are better than everybody else in the world, basically, at our raw stage. And then when you pick up the raw talent, them going to have flaws. You're going to either be good left foot, have a good right foot, good on the left side, good on the right side, can have a good kick, cannot buck the ball or something. But you know, them have, then you need to develop that section. You need to make the strong point get stronger and develop the weak side. What we do is
somebody asked a question. It's a good question. Because it may seem as though you might be contradicting yourself. Somebody said you are asking players who cannot control to dribble more. Just clarify what exactly you're trying to say. Because how can you then be asking an individual who is not good at controlling the ball to then beat people after dribble? People might say that's a bit contradicting. So explain exactly what you're trying to say.
No, exactly what I am saying. I'm not saying that. What we do, we will find a player who is a good dribbler, but him can't use him left foot properly. Right? What we do, we continue having that player playing just with the one side of the game. And as soon as him reach a certain level of competition, him gets stopped. All right, let's talk about the dribbling. At the raw stage of our baller, them very good dribbler, them beat them salad, them choppy. We call them trick, them very tricky. But then what we start to do now in school is ask these players who's very skillful to cut down on the skill or cut off them skill and start to pass the ball, because this is what football is. Then when it reaches into that stage of passing around the ball, because these players technically flop, they're not able to play that type of game. Some now say, ask players we're not skilled, we can't control for this. The problem is that if the coaches them was coaching the player in the right and proper way, we would have a complete player. You understand what I say? We would have a complete player.
And then somebody said to that point, the reason why the coaches maybe telling them to limit the passing, limit the dribbling, is because when you reach the professional level or football at the highest level, a 1-2 football are gonna beat good teams. They must have players running one-on-one.
But if you don't have good control of the leather, 1-2 now go cut it for you.
Yeah.
Because at the professional level, when the money pass the ball at 5, probably 10, 12, 15 yards away from you, 10 yards away from you, 5 yards away from you, 4 yards away from you, they must spank it. They must pass the ball like a shot, they must take.
For sure.
And because a lot of them want to see. I can tell you one thing. I remember Eddie Barbican one time, and I see Paulium up there, and he work with his son. And the pace, his son was like 11, 12 years old. And the pace at what Paul Young passed the ball to that young man, it makes me start to think different. And when I ask the question about it, is that him say, the young man them when them swim stage and go, this is why them get better than our player at a certain level. Because I think Paul Young coaching overseas in some club or in some college or whatever.
PY son also plays college football right now.
And what him says is that when he pass the ball that pace, he's not only going to control it dead at him foot, but him have to learn to put the ball, the pace of the ball, and put the ball in the position to make the next pass.
SG. That come more get people involved, even though them not come on the channel. That went straight into what Uno was saying, where not only is control the ability to stop the ball dead in the foot, but is to get the ball to where you want to get it to. Just make a turn. And rush, that is an issue. That is an issue that we identify with one of our central midfielders that we're not going to call his name. You get me, I say? Yeah. The ability to control the ball and to make a turn in one motion. And rush, that midfielder is not going to be a dual national. No? I promise you, the midfielder with that issue is not going to be a midfielder that is from England. It is going to be a Jamaican midfielder. You get me, I try to say, bro? Him stop the ball, then him take a next touch for turn.
Yeah.
Rather than turning in one motion, bro. And it kills our attack every single time we see it. And because he's under pressure, the only thing left for him to do is to play the ball back to his centre back or probably lateral to a wing back. As compared to if his control was better, as Woodward alluded to, him could have, and we call it the half turn. That's the thing that was lacking. That's the thing that was lacking, the half turn. You know, it reminds me of something I'm laugh, bro. Bruno Fernandes not a half turn now foot in the leg.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes, it just reminds me of that. it just reminds me of watching Manchester United. I see Fernandes, I get the ball and he will not turn in one motion and I just don't get to him get to the level. But yeah, so that is a good point where I must say we don't make that the way you are trying to make. where them have an issue. Because of the ball I control the ball better than before. See there, Javon, him call the name, bro. Whenever I call it, you know.
I'm pretty sure everybody know what I'm going on.
Every single time he come on speedy foot, it's dead. Because we need him as the pivot fit, get it, and in one motion turn and allow if can get it to an attacking midfielder. And we do have that problem. And SG, are you saying that problem stems from the developmental part of our football? Yeah. Which is why our players that take so many touches
of
and
course.
Can make a turn?
Of course, because and as me tell you, we dwell so much at the young stage in too much of win. That's we're going to use a ball out that have 1 foot and him start play from him at 13. Him only can use him left foot, and when him at left school, him only can use him left foot. Him right foot is still as weak.
And
these are the problem we have.
Somebody make a point. I'm going to assume that is foreign spider. that's the name. I'm going to assume that's how it's pronounced. What we are saying is first of all, before we even go further, you said that's a basic football skill. However, Messi can control the ball better than, let's say, a next good professional footballer. I say Mbappe, who is a great footballer, right? All of them possesses the basic skill of controlling the football. However, Messi has better ball control than, say, another professional footballer, right? So there are levels to this. There are definitely levels to this.
What we are at a low level, that's what he's saying. He's just saying we're at a low level.
Yeah, and what we are saying is that we see it with the difference between Ravel Morrison and Devon Williams. Because at times in the campaign, we saw where Ravel dropped off and Ravel was playing deep. And we saw when Ravel got the ball from the central defenders, how in one motion, he was able to pivot his body and it put him in a position to bring the ball forward. As compared to Devon Williams, when he gets it, he controls it. Then with his second touch, he attempts to turn. Yeah. And because on his second touch, he might be under pressure, the only thing left for him to do is to play it back to his centre backs.
Yeah.
Yes, I. And
It's not even hard to spot.
we've been complaining about it for a long time. And bro, Kevin Stewart, we saw Kevin Stewart at his half turns in the little bit of time that he got, right?
Ravel with a killer with the half turn.
As compared to Devon Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that, like Jamaica, we love Jamaican people, but developmental aspect has something to do with it. There's definitely something there that is an indictment on Jamaican football. No, but for instance, you control the ball that pass to you, but we see, all right, the other day we see Foden take a touch, bro. The ball come over and the ball there like sure for goal. And Foden take it. You get me? I say, not every footballer is capable of that.
Yeah.
You see me? So, and what we're talking about is, a man can pass the ball to speed. Like Rush, me and you. Devon Williams have way better touch than me and you.
For sure.
That is a fact. You get me? So without a doubt, Speedy have way better touch than either of us.
Mm-hmm.
However, when we need Speedy for control the ball, and with that first control, move the ball into space in order to make something happen, him not have that level. That's compared to when we see Rafael do it.
Yeah. And the truth is, you put Speed in a JPL and probably kill it with after. But when you require it at the highest level of football, you don't have as much space as you think you would have. And that is the problem.
And Cygnus Media alluded to Ricardo Fuller, bro. But them man did wicked.
Mm-hmm.
As it relates to his touch and the way, because remember him a forward now, bro. And him get it now, and him touch it, and him move it a little bit to the left, you know. So you know, say him get on that, you know. So that make him can turn. And the next step I'll be a back step over, you know. Him gone left, you know, and salad you know, you get me, I say, and in and go.
Look here. You have a young man where you call him Boza.
Mm-hmm.
What him full name again? Shamar Nicholson.
Yeah, we spoke about him earlier on the channel.
Yeah. You see how that young man, why you think him excel so much in a football? His first touch on his left side and his right side is so impeccable. Just go back and look at Shamar. And when Shamar dropped that ball and him put it where he want it go and him explode. That is the reason why Shamar Nicholson, him know where the goal is. You have players going to have bad moments, but Shamar Nicholson, because I see him play. I go to stadium and I see him play. That young man was him skillful, him strong, him fast. And earlier on, I listened to the program and I hear people talk about Mikel Antonio and Shamar Nicholson and the league and where he's at right now. Listen to me. If you're playing in Russia Division 1 league, especially with a team as Sparta Moscow, and scoring the goal at the rate at how he must score, you can go in any league and perform.
No. Yes, sir.
So right now, I would use a Shamar Nicholson going forward 10 times over Mikel Antonio. Because he have more speed and Shamar Nicholson. I know, but watch this. Shamar Nicholson can create his own shot much more easier than Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio is probably a little stronger.
The 2 goals when Mikel Antonio scored in a World Cup qualifying, I've never seen Shamar Nicholson score.
No, I'm not saying those are not good goals. But remember, Shamar Nicholson, the reason why Mikel Antonio, even I'm not saying it's excellent goal, you know, but Shamar Nicholson can weave him way through 2 players way easier than where something there. Mikel Antonio can do. Just watch him in touches. Especially when Shamar Nicholson pick up the ball, either the left side or the right side, coming at a player. Him is way more dangerous than he's way more dangerous.
That goal is good like the goal him score against USA, bro. We see the goal him score. The goal when Mikel Antonio score against USA, the goal Shamar Nicholson score against. It not compared to when Mikel Antonio score. He's not bro, so they never call me out.
No,
Yeah,
Mikel
but-
Antonio. Mikel
Boza
Antonio.
goal against America, big goal.
You see the goal of Mikel Antonio?
No,
scored
it's a
yesterday?
No
very.
comparable, no comparable. The best goal
You're
ever seen.
missing.
That's why I say him not score
You're
a
missing
goal
the
like
point.
Antonio. I say him never scored a big goal.
Look here,
So
you're
he
missing
scored
the
a goal
point.
like Antonio.
You're missing the point of a player come in and score excellent goal. We're not talking about something. There's a goal scorer and him go and score the goal him in the box and him get them and him shows him can do it from the outside of the box. But what Mikel Antonio have, which is not far from Shamar Nicholson, have that too. I think Mikel Antonio is a little bit more, is off the ball movements. Which Shamar Nicholson is learning every day because him also move very well off the ball and also find himself in a position most times to score the goal. Remember that. But Shamar Nicholson also is more creative than Mikel Antonio.
I'm not gonna fight that.
So are you then saying SG that Shamar Nicholson is a better footballer than Mikel Antonio and you would have him instead of Mikel Antonio in your team?
At this point, yes, I would.
In the point.
The fact that we are looking forward to the next World Cup,
Yeah.
I would have met this youth to be my number one striker going forward. Him have to feel me. Not,
To be honest,
probably in this qualifying tournament, Ghana, I would have said probably Mikel Antonio. But then Boza have shown that him have the quality to sit down in this Jamaica side over any other forward have right this minute. With what him ability to control the ball. I think the off the ball movement, Mikel Antonio is way more better. Is better than him than that. But him also in the close behind Mikel Antonio. But him ability to create his own shot and create magic by beating players. And the speed him have, which is much faster than Mikel Antonio, will make him my number one forward.
Yeah, as I said,
that's still in there, bro. As I
somebody corroborated my point, saying that goal he scored against El Salvador and the goal he scored against America. Yeah, Shamar Nicholson scored a goal like that still, bro. But Shamar Nicholson has scored some good goals. I rushed to a point that I made before Antonio's commitment. People you might not have known because I'm such a huge champion of Mikel Antonio at this point. What people may not have known is that prior to the Gold Cup, I was on the Mikel Antonio can stay because we have big baller Boza was scoring in every other game. Because at that point, that's what his numbers were. He had like 7 from 15 going into the Gold Cup or something like that. And I was like, we have a young forward that is scoring every other game. You know, Mikel Antonio can stay. We don't need Mikel Antonio. I was big on the Shamar Nicholson over Antonio thing. People, I was. And Rush was like, are you insane, bro? That is Mikel Antonio. He might play for Jamaica like me, take Antonio over Shamar any day. That was Rush's view.
Hey,
I
look here.
I was like, Antonio can
where
stay.
am I not realizing it? Where am I not realizing it? You finished?
Yeah.
No, man.
Where am I not realizing that? No, where am I not realizing that the initial part of our Theodore Whitmore coaching leading up to Gold Cup. To be honest, he wasn't playing like when play coming up to the World Cup qualifying, the ball was on the ground a little more, But then I don't know what causes the problem, especially come inside of the I don't know if the latter part of the Gold Cup or whatever the case may be, the man just start like no goal now score probably. Him change the formation by start flinging the ball over the top.
Because even the Gold Cup
before
then, Rush. You remember when we did that there where I watched the Gold Cup and it was a vibe and we never looked that bad, bro.
No, not at all.
2019.
No, because a lot of people don't realize that Theodore Whitmore first, the ball used to be on the ground. We used to play football or football was playing. So we're supposed to be playing with the players we have. And we used to look a lot better. But because we lose a few games and him just come back in and just start with this double central, double you call it
Double
central
pivot.
defender,
Yeah, 2C,
and yeah, and then like now attacking midfielder and start to say, all right, this we are gonna stop goal and start to fling the ball over the top. And from there and then the ball start to look ugly. And then we start have some more players them. Like when Bobby Reed start coming and Leon Bailey, them are coming now and come face them type of the little short man, them come face them type of ball game, and them cannot perform in a ball game like that.
Not at all.
I remember one time you're saying that instead of starting Bobby Reed on one of the side, you would start what's his name? Burke.
Corey Burke. Not in this system.
No, not in this system, but in the system before Corey Burke would have done better because Corey Burke is bigger. I have Corey Burke. I have an
Corey Burke ball game that.
Yeah, he would have done much better in a ball game like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But all you got have a man like Bobby Reed and what's his name? Leon Bailey playing a long ball situation. It don't work. These are a ball playing person.
Yeah, that's your top of last.
So them need the ball. Yeah, these are ball playing person. Them are go get the ball and put the ball on the ground and roll the ball or the ball for roll. Rafael Morrison also. So we have to get these players, and even if you see our wing backs, Powell and what's his name, Kemar Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Them are gonna fit perfectly well in the system that is a ball playing system. This long ball over, it just not gonna work.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to touch on the next topic before I cut off of this thing. I'm going to watch the last part of the NBA. The foreign national them attack me hear some people talk about, you know, if you're not sure interest or if somebody not sure certain level of interest or whatever the case may be, them not for come and all of them little things there. Listen me. Let me tell you something. When we have players, we must put a delegation together and go show them say we're interested.
Wait, stop. 1 second. You see that comment there, Rush? Jerome Waite was the coach of the senior team. Since he got fired, we don't know what we do with the ball. Bomba, what a take. That be? Could that be? Well, so since Jerome Waite lift up Jamaica started to be foolishness.
The timeline might add a pace.
Yeah.
This Gold Cup, this Gold Cup, you remember we were watching the Gold Cup and I was like, bro, what we are trying to do? We also said that question so many times. Where I say SG, final point.
SG, final point.
Yeah. May I say, when we see players that can play for Jamaica, are eligible to play for Jamaica, the JFF need to put a team together and go to those player doorstep, knock on them door and say, listen, I want you to come play for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And try to talk about players, not this and players, not that. Here what? If a player tied to Jamaica, you play football you play. And anywhere you go play football. When you come to Jamaica for play, you try to qualify for World Cup. You think a professional person, in a whatever professional you do, sports, going to play for a team, especially your country, and go out there, go walk on the field because you say, me not like the team, yeah? That no go some man. Anytime you put your foot on the field, you go and play football. Worse if you know that this is your only chance of you going to World Cup. So you need to go out there and reach out and touch those players. Make them know, say, listen me, we want you. We need you. When we see them, I put a delegation together and send more administration people with the football team for go Saudi Arabia and all over these places. We don't need that. These people need to stop in England and go knock on the players them door over there and get them to come play for Jamaica. Beg them to come play for Jamaica. Tie them on to Jamaica. Because when them step on the field, them is going to play. They are professionals. They are going to deliver. They are going to play.
And when we start showing them the Jamaican love, like them are going to love back Jamaica, you know?
The only time the player then come down here and probably not going to be comfortable if the JFF don't put themselves in order. As me here interview with Damian Lowe, take care of the little things. the players them will play. These people are professional, so we have to treat them like professional. We can't bring them down here because we have some local player we can treat anywhere, and then we think it'll go happen with the professional player. It's not going to work. We need the JFF need to be professional, and I think they are very unprofessional.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Remember, after we qualify for World Cup, Simoes couldn't talk to the players them like how he used to talk to them before. Come and start make money now.
Yeah.
So it's a difference. When you're making big money, you don't need to beg the national side to play for them, because them reach the pinnacle of what them play football for make a bag of money. The next thing now is to qualify for World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, go qualifying for World Cup, I can't have some little unprofessional system to come deal with me anyhow. I must deal with it the way there. So you need to put yourself in the position. When you have players, you reach out to them come and them are going to want to play. Everybody want to go to World Cup. Every footballer that plays football, especially in a high-level league, them aim is to go to World Cup. And if they can't go for England, they want to go for Jamaica. Or wherever them can go. So I'm going to ask the JFF to put themselves together and start running down these players. Now listen to what people when I have no sense I say. You no need to go out there and get them. We can't have so much players slip through on, brother. We have too much of them a slip through on. And me hear people in the JFF I say, it is not that easy. The only thing you need, ask the player to present you with a proof of the ties you have to the country, and you're going to go get them passport just like that.
Yeah, man.
It happens everywhere in the world. It's easier for everybody. Why it's so hard for us?
It shouldn't be hard. But as I'm saying, SG,
it shouldn't be. It is not hard. It is all about politics, brother.
Yeah.
And the next thing me I gonna leave you with, coach, brother. The lady them, Vin Blaine, me no want disrespect nobody or any little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the lady them is professional baller. Them playing a professional system. And them man try to nip it from young. They must have seen something. And this not have nothing to do with politics. This have to do with right and wrong. Them cannot wait till them reach when it can't turn back no more, when them lose 3 or 4 games in the next round. Like what happened to we and Theodore Whitmore. Then we are going to say, we should have did fire something there. Or we don't want to say nothing because we don't want to get ourselves in a trouble. You know, I'm nothing for doing that, brother.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So the girls, they must know that now I'm nothing for do with politics. Where 20 girls are going to just get up and say, we don't like Vin Blaine because we don't like how him look, or we don't listen to the girls, them know what them know. The interview I have with the girl here, what she said, when she go another lands, she see a different level. Yeah. So the girl them know exactly what them want, and it don't have to be the past coach. Bring in somebody that can coach the football, because them know their ability. Remember, you know, them know what them all about. Them know them used to certain things. I mean, I talk about how they used to this massage and rare. Them used to systems. And if you come out and come coach some set of professional, and you don't have nothing to offer to them, brother, what you think are gonna happen? And them just now want to wait till when them lose 2-3 games down in the next round when them can't qualify no more. You go call for the coach head. It don't make no sense them time. Same thing happened to with Theodore Whitmore.
Facts.
Anyway, guys, and have a good night here.
Yeah, man. Much respect for passing through. You know, one of the more famous subscribers.
Yeah, man. Like SG, isn't it? All right, big up in us, sir.
Yeah, man. Same.
Sorry, I'm just cutting. Jaja you. Anyway.
Yeah. But hold on, bro. Before we leave, people, I just pin a link. That is an interview that we did with Damian Lowe. People will check that out. So once you leave that stream here.
That's how you leave the stream?
That's how you leave the stream this week. Subscribe first, obviously. Subscribe.
If you're not subscribed.
But hit that link and go and check out that interview. We covered a lot. It was one of was a great one. A great
Big
talk. We talked about some
interview, man.
football. We did some tactics talk growing up. You know, we talked about some JFF thing.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
national
yeah.
team thing.
Let's just say Damien Lowe didn't hold any punches. He talked about unprofessionalism. He spoke about some of the issues that is rampant within our program. And there's a lot that we covered. So
Yeah.
people go
Click
and
the
check
link.
it out. Click the link and that's where you leave us.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So with that said, Rush, we don't know.
Yeah, man, we that good look at chat. Give them 2.5 hours.
One thing I will express my disappointment with the fact that we had up to 60 people. And besides SG, not one person wanted to come on and give their 2 cents.
Them afraid, Bridging.
I'm very disappointed in that, people.
Yeah, man.
The platform will the platform will be open. You know, this is something that we plan to do on Sundays, and we'll have a segment delegated specifically for you guys to come on and talk to us. So
Yeah.
please, next week, guys, click the link, come give me a chat. Oh, my son, Rush.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, man. So with that said, bro,
Yeah.
this was the Side Sports TV people.
And we're out.
Have a good night.